How you been?
He's trying to get put out.
Wow.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one. Hold on, I have to do something different here. Hold on one second. Hassan Piker. We're live, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is yet another day. It's Newsday Tuesday. That's right, folks. It's Newsday Tuesday. You already know. I know I look like the Daredevil every time I wear a suit and then I wear glasses. I know. But yeah, we're live. We're alive, baby. Time for some Wemby glaze. I mean, Victor Wembanyama. What can I say? What can I say that hasn't been said? What can I say? Can I use words? Are there enough words in the English language to describe the new GOAT? There are not. Okay? What do you say to someone that has broken the game of basketball? What do you say to an alien that came from a faraway planet? And no, I'm not talking about France. I am not talking about Paris. I'm talking whatever fucking freak-ass planet he actually landed on an asteroid from, where he probably was the shortest alien. What do you say to a man who has broke the game of basketball? A lot of people talked about Steph Curry destroying basketball. Back in the day, you had a deep two, right? Kevin Garnett around the perimeter, not a three-pointer, somewhere around. All of that's gone now. You look at the shot attempts, and everybody shoots threes. Steph Curry is responsible for it, right? Steph Curry broke the game of basketball. Many people are very frustrated by it. All these games, they get 100-plus points. What the hell's going on? You either shoot a three or you drive in, and you rarely ever drive in because three is bigger as a number than two. Okay? Three is a bigger number than two. And I think Wembanyama has also destroyed the game of basketball. What happened to the game that I love, but in ways that are not replicable? And the reason for why they are not replicable is because it's just entirely physical. He defies the laws of physics. He defies the laws of gravity. Let's take a look.
Hungry down behind the plate. 5-on-4. Wemby's going to pull a deep three.
That's not even a deep three for him. That's a two, given his size. He's like, oh, I'm wide open. I'm wide open. Pass it to me. What is that? That should be worth 4. That should be worth 6. Bro, that's like, bro, you're in a different zip code, buddy. Have you guys been on an NBA court? Like, it feels different, okay? Like, that distance is not normal. A must-make three to drive into overtime. 105, 28 seconds. 105 to 108. And he just lobs it, bro. He just goes, pass to me here. Okay. He gets it. Look.
Spurs got numbers. Holmgren down behind the plate. 5 on
Throws
4.
it up, says, pass it back. I got this. What do you do? How can you guard a person that is 7'15" and can just shoot deep threes like that? We used to talk about Jokic, the Joker, okay? Incredible game IQ, has unbelievable court vision, tall, big boy, can also lob threes, oftentimes will lob threes from a distance, right? What do you do here? What do you do to this guy? What do you do when you have someone who's Jokic but also doesn't hate playing the game of basketball? He's 7'15". He's like 7'34". He's something I haven't seen before, okay? 7'15", huh? Not the same height at 8'3". He's like 8'12".
A deep three.
Oh my goodness. A logo shot.
28-footer. Ties it at 108. Timeout. Thunder.
Bro, if you're the Thunder, what do you do? It makes so much sense when you look at the buildup to this moment. Because, like, obviously they've been matched up plenty of times before, and you know, Spurs cooked them, right, in the past. But it's just like, what do you do? Chet Yahoo owns him? No, it's not. Bro, Chet Holmgren, first of all, he is literally just a gas station cigarette, okay? The man looks like he's a Lucy that you find next to the trash can at a gas station, okay? Chet Yahoo, he's weak. Wemby looks weak because he's got too much size to fill. His skeleton is too large. The only defense against Wemby is an Iron Dome or anti-aircraft battery. 100%. 100%. No, they need weapons. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just need to literally, you need weapons. Like, actual, I'm talking like a gun. Like, the only way that you can legitimately stop this person is with a gun. Okay? You need a nuke. No, Oklahoma, honestly, OKC, do they have a right to defend themselves? Do they need nuclear arsenal? Maybe that article the other day that got posted and deleted, like Oklahoma City Thunder is just like Israel, unjustly maligned. Maybe that article, they were cooking. Do you believe in OKC's right to exist in the playoffs? I do, but also I don't know how well that's gonna work. Because Wembyama is, I mean, he's out of control. What do you do? What do you do when you have just a fly swatter? Like, rim protection is absolute. Oklahoma City could put OKC doesn't have an Iron Dome that is anywhere near as good as the defensive capabilities. He just sits there and just goes poof, swats it. I mean, I did see Shai. I did see SGA rip one off of Wemby early on. But what do you do? There is nothing you can do. All right, let's look at this. Wemby was unbelievable in his Western Conference Finals debut. 41 points. 20 combined in the fourth quarter, overtime. 24 rebounds. It's so stupid. You can't be a defensive demon and also an offensive. You can't, yeah, Shai, like Shai David. Yeah, like Shai David. Chet getting bodied by a guard at the start of the clip. Why is he on the ground? 5v4. Bro, if you have NBA career mode proportions, it turns out you can drop NBA career mode stats. Yeah. Shai Davide Gilgeous Alexander is Shai David. SGA foul baits in Israel bulldoze homes that people have lived in for generations, killed tens of thousands. Okay. All right. I got your blast off memes. Dude, this is just like, this is insane. He becomes the youngest player in NBA history with 40 plus points and 20 plus rebounds in a postseason game, previously done by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Austin makes it happen.
Wembanyama rolls to the back.
Okay.
Nasty business.
In
Nasty
one
business.
fell swoop.
Is one of those things, I'm going to be honest with you, is one of those things where it's like if you get posterized by Wemby, it's not even disrespectful or embarrassing. It's just expected. You know what I mean? What are you supposed to do? He's literally 8'14", okay? He's 8'14". He doesn't even jump. He can, but he doesn't even have to jump. Like, look at this.
Wembanyama rolls to the back.
Like, bro, okay, the way Wemby plays basketball, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of me playing basketball in the pool with like my little baby cousins. Okay? Like this move right here is not supposed to happen in a regular normal gravity situation. Okay? This like, oh, I'm dunking on you. Ha ha. Like you can only pull that shit off in a plastic basketball pool setting with little kids, okay? And yet he's doing it to NBA legends. Like that move I've pulled, okay? I've done this. I've done this thing. And many of you probably have done this as well in the pool. You know what I mean? Where you turn around and you're like, ha, I'm just dunking right behind me. It's like a no-look dunk. Like, that's insane.
Okay.
In one fell swoop.
Does the MVP start to insert himself a little bit more?
Jalen Williams now defending Wembanyama. It will back down. The double comes. Wemby tries to beat it.
That's nasty. Nasty business.
Yeah, but there wasn't a 7'4" guy there with a wingspan of 10'8". Okay, he's not 10'8", but it looks like it.
Even the fucking announcers, bro. Come on. 10'8" wingspan.
Easy. This is easy money.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Look at where he is.
Easy.
Look at this. Also, the knees right here don't look too good, bro. Come on. You got to protect yourself. That's crazy. That's crazy. That kind of shit scares me, okay?
This is easy.
That's nasty. That's nasty business. I know you're all on Wemby right now, but he has no bricks in his back pocket.
Money. Easy money.
Keldon Johnson now, another body on SGA, giving him no space. McCain, late clock.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. There with it.
Dude, what they did, oh God, they're just so lethal on defense and on offense too. It's just nastiness.
Free safety.
It's fucked up.
With the steal here. Harper.
Wemby sees two.
Boom!
Spin. Finds a spot. Like
He said, little boy, give me that.
he'll just let guys feel empowered in practice, taking all the shots, and he doesn't ball dominate in those spots. When he's ready, the moment comes. Wemby with a flush.
Dude, look at the ease in which he just gets up there and just helps it gracefully.
The moment comes.
Boom. Yeah, no, I'll lead it in. It's fine. Like, it's a cheat code. It feels like a fucking cheat code. It feels like a cheat code. It looks like you bricked the NBA career. You bricked the career options. Like, you took the character selection screen and you just boosted every stat.
Wemby with the flush. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it back. And Vassell has been very active tonight for the Spurs, hasn't he? Shot clock at 8. Wembanyama turns, spins, shoots, and hits. Timeout, Oklahoma City. 11.5 to go. Wemby's giving the Spurs a 2-point lead. Thunder wanted to travel, not call. 5 to shoot, Dylan Harper. On the pick, it is Castle for 3. Wembanyama, right.
Come on. Look at that offensive rebound. Look at that, bro. Look at that. He's getting boxed out too. Like, he's getting boxed out, but you can't box him out. He's just too small. Like, literally, he is physically too damn small.
It is Castle for 3.
He picks it up like this while he's getting boxed out. It's like playing basketball with your little bros, okay? It's like, it literally looks like a dad playing basketball with their kids, you know, with the neighborhood kids. They're all like 13, maybe 12, not even, right? How do you box someone out when you can literally physically box out their lower body, right? Like, you can physically box out their lower body, but they're so tall that they can just reach over you. Like, his ass cheeks could be at the fucking foul line and his hands are under the rim. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? It's so funny whenever, like, I watch the press conferences where they ask about Wemby. At the press conferences, they'll just be like, they'll throw their hands in the air and go, what am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do. And it's true. There's literally nothing you can do.
Wembanyama right over Williams for the basket. Spurs got numbers hungry now behind the play. 5 on 4. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
That is disgusting.
Oh my goodness. A logo shot.
28-footer. Ties it at 108. Career high in minutes played. Regular or postseason for Wembanyama. 45. And he's still going strong. Mason Wallace guarding Cassidy. Harper guarded by Lynn Caruso. Wemby.
Did I blast off, by the way? Speaking of which, I don't even know if I did. Oh, I didn't. Shit. I got so caught up in the fucking Wemby edits. I was looking at the Wemby highlights that I didn't see. This is what happens when you allow giants in men's sports. It's just nasty business. It's straight up, it's nasty business, man. There is really not anything you can do about it. I feel kind of bad, honestly. Because, and he's pro CCP, yes. It genuinely feels like it legitimately feels like it's an anime, like it's a basketball anime, and Wemby is like an anime character. You know what I mean? He's just like, his proportions are so busted that it actually fucking feels like he's like a special character. Anyway, primary day, will Israel buy Kentucky? SD Moss shooting details. Chris Rabbit, PA3, EF Day 81, Trump out of options. Get in now. Luka never winning a chip, bro. Never say never. Should OKC just forfeit the rest of the series to avoid embarrassment? Okay, dude, come on. I mean, it was close. It went to overtime. It's not like it went into overtime. It's not like it's insignificant. It's not. They obviously OKC's a fucking incredible. It's double overtime actually. Yeah, OKC's an incredible team, dude. I mean, they are a phenomenal team. Deep bench, lots of talent, lots of young talent. They are basically in some ways they almost are like the people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but they're like the fucking Warriors, like, you know, Mickey Mouse team, perfectly placed, perfectly put together. They got very lucky as well. So like they're a fantastic team. It's just, you know, what do you do? They're an incredible team, but what do you fucking do? This will be the Western Conference Finals for the next 10 years. Nah, you never know. Things can change. But my point is, you can have the best possible team, and then the other team literally, like it's a fucking anime, has a goddamn villain on the court, has an alien on the court. Like not a human species, but a totally separate, evolved species that can play basically every role while also being 7'25". What do you do? What do you fucking do? There's literally nothing you can do. It's just not a thing you can do. 40 points, 24 rebounds. He's basically a fucking fly swatter down there. Anytime, like, you have to pull him away from the basket. You have to pull him away from the basket, but you can't even really do that because he can block you from the fucking free throw line. What are you supposed to do? How are you going to pull him away from the basket when he can he can basically from the entire, like he can swat you from around the key. What do you do? It's like playing against monsters. It's literally like he looks like people's father on the court.
Beat him inside, threw it down.
This was Chet Holmgren's response to Wemby.
Better than you?
Yes.
And stacks more paper and gets more hoes than you, nigga?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Watch Wemby bitch Chet, then got a banger slandering his name. The audience, holy shit, 2 cakes.
With the foul. Must stop OKC. Castle. Lobbing. Wemby!
Nasty business. Nasty business.
He's unbelievable, folks. He's
fucked up.
Unbelievable.
Are there any rules against picking up your teammate and throwing him up in the air to rival Wemby? Yes. I'm not a basketball guy. Can you explain like literally everything that's happening right now? Dude, you don't need to be a basketball guy to understand. Look at the fucking image in front of you, okay? These are some of the greatest athletes on the fucking planet, okay? The average height on this court, minus Wembyama, is like 6'8", okay? These guys are all jacked, and they're all 6'8". Now look at Wembyama and the way he looks next to some of these fucking specimen. Just keep your eye on the tall alien, okay? You don't have to understand basketball at all to look at the situation where you're like, okay, these other guys, like, what is this? Are they like high school players, or is this like, are they middle school players and they're playing against like a professional NBA player? Like, what's going on here? Because that's what it looks like. I didn't believe in the Nephilim before I saw Wembyama. Now I believe it. I genuinely believe that the Nephilim is real. He is one of the guys. He's one of the descendants, okay? They unlocked the cave that the Nephilim was in Afghanistan, and it was Wembyama, okay? Vladimir Putin opened up the ancient caves and found that Jesus Christ was actually black, okay? And also that there is a real Nephilim, and it was Wembyama.
Abdul-Jabbar was the previous youngest. Thunder down 6. Got to go quick.
Like, do you need to understand anything about basketball to see what just took place? Look at this.
Thunder down
Look,
6.
my man drives in. Sorry, not happening today. You know, hope you enjoyed that flight. We're just gonna take it out. We're just gonna take you out here real quick.
And Wemby engulfs the ball. Shot clock is off. Harper is fouled.
Denied. Motherfucker's from Elbav, bro. He's an actual giant. He's a literal whole ass giant. It makes no damn sense. God, he's so sick. I'm so glad he has great politics on top of everything else. It's so dope. I mean, but goaltending. Okay, first of all, he's, you know, that wasn't goaltending. That's number one. Number two, half of the swats he has are goaltends because he's just that tall. Okay, that wasn't one of them. And you know, obviously, OKC. Everybody knows the referees are playing. The referees are the sixth man for OKC. They're on Team OKC no matter where we go. Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because NBA scripted. I'm not gonna say it, but. They already make those calls regardless. It would have been a harder challenge to be impressed if his politics was different. Wemby lucky the refs let him into the stadium. Casual ass take, bro. Okay, I'm just playing. I think OKC is a very fun team. It's a very. Thank you for admitting he goaltends. No, I'm not admitting that he goaltends. I'm just saying it's like he's very careful not to goaltend. But sometimes it's virtually impossible for him not to goaltend because of his fucking size, because of his height. You think Naz Reid deserved it, don't you? I mean, I've made it very clear. Wembyama has a right to defend himself, okay? And Naz Reid's head happened to be in the vicinity of Wembyama's elbows because he's tall. It was a misunderstanding, and he shouldn't have even been suspended for one game. And they wanted to do that because they really wanted to make things more interesting. Anti-Semitic ass take. I will accept no Naz Reid slander on this broadcast as a resident Wolves super fan. I'm just saying it's because of the height difference. We all sound like her watching Wemby. Buddy, that guy don't seem real. It's true. It just looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. It genuinely makes the game look different. Okay, from afar. And you don't even necessarily have to be a massive basketball fan because the size difference is so crazy. He's just he is literally like an anime villain, bro. He is an anime villain. He is literally, you need new technology. Anyway. Wemby on whether game one was personal after watching Shai win MVP. Shai David.
At all, knowing that Shai had got that award and you were in the top 3 for it, and you know, did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
So if that was in your mind at all.
They're going to have to let opponents use lacrosse sticks to defend his ass. Yeah, like those when you're training, you know, those like blockers that they have, like those padded sticks. They're going to be like, why not? How is that his voice? Holy fuck. What do you mean? His vocal cords are longer, like 8 times longer than the average human being's vocal cords, bro. What are you talking about? It takes a long time for his voice to travel from his stomach all the way up to his mouth, okay? He's still growing.
All knowing that Shai had got that award and you were in the top 3, 4.
He's like,
did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's still growing. He's 22. That's the other thing. What's good? Let me see your tan. Let me see your tan. Austin just fucking walked into my house, and he is in his little undies, and he's wearing his swim trunks. Okay, he's completely naked. He's worried about getting touched by Kai. I can tell you're genuinely fearful because he just got a tan. Okay, Kai, get her, Kaya. Get him, Kaya. Yeah, I did. Because you gotta spray tan like a woman. That's what happened. Do it as warm out. Let the man swim. No, he's not swimming. He just got a tan. He got a spray tan. It'll be washable in 3 hours, he says. So you better not fucking put your nasty ass. Okay. You're gonna sit in a Speedo? Go sit outside. Get a little bit of real sunlight. Oh. Okay. Saying skin cancer is masculine? Yeah, hell yeah, it is. What do you mean? Lives in LA and got a spray tan. First of all, he doesn't live in Los Angeles. And yes, he is terrified of the sun. Have you guys never seen this conversation take place between me and Austin? He always gets mad. He always gets mad whenever I talk about being under the sun. He's like, why are you doing that? Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. And that's stupid. That's dumb to do. Anyway, all right, we're done. I can't believe I spent the first 44 minutes of this broadcast giving you guys an update on Wemby and barely fucking blasted off. But yeah, that was no personal news beyond that, honestly. I woke up, I played a little bit of basketball, I was in the sun a little bit. I need to get back to both toning my body and tanning my body, okay? Last year, around this time, I was in the best fucking shape of my life. I had a 6-pack. I was under the sun all the goddamn time. I was tan. I was doing a lot more cardio. And I was in a much better position overall. You spent 44 minutes talking about how my team is going to get spanked by a mutant alien in the WCF. Yes, but it's true. No disrespect. You know? No gaming, but we get a basketball yapping sesh. Yeah, it's about to be slut boy summer, okay? And I need to get ready for it. And if you can't tone it, you tan it, okay? And right now, I'm not tanning it, and I'm certainly not fucking toning it. All right? Yes, I saw. The Oklahoman publishes and deletes op-ed comparing Oklahoma City Thunder to Israel. I think I'm going to have to take up recreational alcoholism as long as the rest of the world seems to have. Broke. It's anti-Semitic not to root for OKC Thunder. Woke. The OKC Thunder must be returned to their ancestral Zionist homeland in Seattle. Oh, man. You're 35. Ain't no slut boy summer for you. Bro, 35 is basically the new 25. Okay, calm down. Did you read the actual article? No, I didn't. I did not. Okay. Yeah, opinion. The parallels between Oklahoma City Thunder and the nation of Israel are difficult to ignore. neither was supposed to become what it is. Like Thunder, Israel is an underdog that has become hated. Yo! Bro, they let you write this stuff? You didn't have a single person in your life that was like, hey, man, maybe you shouldn't put this out. Like, you shouldn't fucking put that out. It's not going to be good. Okay? It's not going to look good. It's not going to be good. It's not good for OKC Thunder at all. This is really fucking the game up. This is really fucking the bag up for our boys here, okay? They're already going to have a tough time against Wemby, and you're making it much, much worse. As someone who watched my go get fucking swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder, I will say they are basketball terrorists. They are. They are terrorists. Okay, so in that regard, yes, the Israel analog works. Okay, it does. They were terrorists. Oh my God. When you have such a fucking deep bench, you get the hack all the time. Okay, and just like the nation state of Israel, you can basically buy the referees. Okay, so yeah, I agree. I agree. Maybe I'm a little bitter. Okay, maybe I'm a little bitter because you shouldn't do that to the elderly. You should not do that to the elderly. Have some damn respect. Have some decency. Okay? Luka's already gone. You don't have to sweep him. Let him have one. Let him have one fucking game. You're really not going to do that? Oh, we're sweeping. We're sweeping. Fuck you. That's terrorism. Okay? Anyway, just like Israel, OKC gets to do whatever they want on defense, but as soon as you touch Shai, it's free throws. Yes. This is true. The Israel analog does work here. It really does. It really does. It really does. I shouldn't say it, but it's true. Yeah. Yeah. OKC, tiny nation. Small team, size of New Jersey, size of Oklahoma City. Oh, it's not a big team. Oh, it's not a big franchise team. Very tiny. Very tiny basketball team. Oh. Surrounded by scary big city teams. Oklahoma City, very tiny. This analogy is getting too real. Yeah, no, exactly. Okay. Is Oklahoma City not allowed to defend itself? Not allowed to defend itself? Oh. I'll resub again next month. Use my prime this month on Chauncey Barry Haynes. 27 months you've been in here. And all of a sudden, you're like, the Macy's sent a playlist earlier, by the way. Yeah, I think I have it, or maybe I don't. Where's the Tamacius playlist? Complex ranked me number 22. Yeah, that's a bit of a L, I'll be honest. But I saw, where is it? I think I clicked on a link. Yeah, here it is. Complex ranks 25 best streamers right now. They put me at fucking 22, bro. I'm ass. Last year I was like top 5. Now I'm fucking barely cracking top 25. It's over. It's Jover for me. I'm done. I'm washed. Kai Cenat hasn't even streamed in like a year. What the hell is going on? It's over. I'm washed. I'm done. At least I beat Jinxie, though, which is, again, also kind of strange because, like, I feel like Jinxie should be way higher, no? Mogged by Academics? Wait, where the fuck is... Oh, my God! DJ Academics at 17? Bruh. It's over. I'm killing myself, bro. Fuck it. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's over. Oh, it's done. Rip. Sorry. R.I.P. everybody. This was it. This was it. All of the fucking million articles talking about how I'm a terrorist. All that stuff was meaningless until I found out that I am so low on a list in comparison to DJ Wackademics. A Drake fan made that list? Yeah. Tucker went on Israeli TV. Oh, shit. The Miami Heat is actually the most moral, the most honorable basketball team in the league. Oh, yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, is this surprising to you? It's Miami. Miami is literally little Tel Aviv. Bro, I'm in the trenches on Twitter defending Shoykot. What is going on with the San Francisco left between this and the LA mayor? The state is so busted, man. Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. There is nothing productive that will come out of drawing the enmity of the San Francisco left, okay? You shouldn't do that. You should just, anytime someone tells you like, oh, Shoykot is actually like a secret Elon Musk. What is this? This might interest you because it's surprising. Emily Tamkin from The Forward said people are misrepresenting your views and it's counterproductive to deplatform. Can Hasan Piker be deplatformed? The Canadian Jewish News is from 1 day ago. Wait, what? Someone is defending me out of nowhere? What the hell?
No, I agree with that. And I think that's right. And I think part of this is people ascribing sort of policy motivation to him that he doesn't necessarily have, or taking, like, this is somebody who's talking for hours on end and taking one comment and being like, that's a really deeply thought out comment, which it may be, right? I'm sure that they're, you know, I'm not trying to say that he, like, oh, he doesn't really mean it. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that I think that we are giving some of these statements policy weight.
87 views, brother. Man, shut the fuck up. It's still important that like someone at The Forward randomly is defending me. Guys, not everything is just about, oh my God, please. Okay. Sometimes you guys go, oh, this person only has 10 likes. Like, and you behave like an idiot because you don't understand that The Forward is a very well-read a Jewish newspaper, okay? So if there's an editor or if there's a journalist on The Forward randomly going on a Canadian broadcast to defend me, yeah, that's like fairly consequential. It's not fucking, you know, just 84 views. Who gives a shit? Not defending is trying to convince them to rethink their strategy is advice to them. They say that because you say that, lol. No, there are instances where it's like utterly irrelevant. If a fucking random YouTuber with like 12 subscribers has made a fuck Hasan video, obviously that's not consequential. But if like a think tank or someone who writes for a much larger newspaper or you know, someone from like Third Way is like writing an article, like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if people aren't fucking watching that shit, it still has a lot more emotion, a lot more emphasis in the in crowd. Okay? And yes, we will talk about, views and influence are two separate things. Exactly. If you are an influencer and you have no views, then obviously you're, you know, unfortunately a little irrelevant. But if you have influence and you have no views, that's still relevant to discuss.
That they don't have because we're talking about a streamer, not a staff writer.
Well, it's tricky. I mean,
but who's engaging with politicians, right?
Right. I mean, I would say, like, I think it does matter a lot. And that's why this is kind of hard to discuss, because I think you have this valence that's really dominant now on the right, where it's like I'm joking, but I'm not joking. I'm trolling, but I'm not trolling. And it seems that he does the same thing, but on the left. So
She did say you have been misrepresented at 8:30, but of course she's not a fan of yours. Okay.
it's not just that he's the Joe Rogan of
Yeah,
the
that's
left.
why it was shocking. Because the Forward is not exactly a fan of mine as a institution. I wouldn't expect the Forward to be like the Forward will sometimes have writers that the Forward would sometimes have writers that could be like agnostic to my position, but as far as like the Jewish papers goes, you got JTA, you got the Forward. Jewish Insider is obviously like the maximum pro APAC, like right wing think tank backed newspaper that you barely can call a newspaper. Of course, many of these institutions are pro Israel. Jewish Currents is the only one I would say that isn't like a pro-Israel at all. It's an anti-Zionist for the most part. It's a socialist publication. By the way, I had a conversation with Jewish Currents as well. I don't know if it's going to come out soon or not, but regardless. Anyway, let's continue. Let's watch.
Young men who are very online are aware of who he is. I think with Joe Rogan, it's not just that demographic, but regardless, there's something where that is politics now. You know what I mean? And like the staff writer can write some kind of staid thing or be replaced by an AI that writes the staid thing. And then you have somebody like this who's sort of like saying the absolute edgiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is the mainstream now.
Right. And I guess the point that I was trying to get across in that article is that I think this is so the question is then what do you do with that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
You try to say, okay, this person is off limits and we can't engage with him because of the edgiest version of what he said. Do you try to parse these different comments? Do you try to engage but push back at times? And I think to me, what's been interesting is that some of what he said has been really almost completely misrepresented. In order to sort of paint everything that he said with this broad anti-Semitic brush to say he should be totally off limits, we can't engage with him. And I guess what I argue in that piece is that if your goal is really to try to push back on anti-Semitism in American, Canadian, et cetera, political discourse, I think we really need to think about, okay, well, what is it that I'm trying to do? And is my current behavior helping me reach those goals? Because, for example, you had some people say that he he loves violence and he boosted the attack in Boulder, Colorado. This was an arson attack on a walk in support of the hostages. And in fact, he condemned it, right? I don't.
Yeah. So I think what she's saying is like she disagrees with me vehemently on my assessment of like the Palestinian resistance and whatnot. But she's also frustrated that like this is like consistently misrepresenting my positions when I have the exact opposite positions end up serving my purpose because I have a platform and people actually can see what I'm genuinely saying. It has the exact opposite effect. When you come and you say like the classic misrepresentation that gets played all the time is like, oh, it doesn't matter if rapes happened, right? Like that one, that argument is so well defined for most people, and it's one that most people agree with. Like sexual violence, the occurrence of sexual violence on October 7 does not justify genocide. Okay, that sentiment is the overwhelming majority's position. But when you turn around and you say, oh, look at him, like he said this gross thing, but then people actually scratch the surface of that quote and they realize, like within context, it's actually a very agreeable statement. They go, oh, there is this misrepresentation taking place once again. And it undermines the credibility of the anti-Semitism allegations against those who actually are anti-Semitic as well. Because when you deploy that over and over and over again to people who are very careful not to be anti-Semitic, people who actually do fight against anti-Semitism at a time when most people have completely given up on even fighting that battle whatsoever, it makes people go, you say that about everybody. And that is where people like Nick Fuentes actually do thrive. That's an environment where people like Nick Fuentes thrive because regardless of the fact that he is truly a Holocaust denier and even a Holocaust enjoyer, because people have heard, the broader marketplace has heard false allegations of anti-Semitism so frequently being used against any and every critic of Israel, he can hide in that crowd. He can be like, I'm just critical of Israel, and that's why they're calling me an anti-Semite. It's poisonous to discourse in general. She did say you have been misrepresented, but of course she's not a fan of yours. She wants them to rethink their strategy, I guess. She later goes on to say deplatforming Nick Fuentes is worth it, but it's not worth it for Hasan. Interesting.
I don't think that that's helpful to our goal of making it of having mainstream, not just mainstream, broad, near universal recognition that violence against Jews is wrong, right? Like to just misrepresent what somebody says. And so I think there's sort of two entangled but separate questions, which is one, how do you engage with this non-political political figure? And two, how do you make sense of, how do you do so in a way that is helpful and not hurtful to Jews?
So I have, I think that's all very smart. And I have a couple sort of questions that get at this from different angles. Before we will, I promise, address.
Have you considered having a conversation? So she probably has. I'm not very familiar with what's going on here, what this conversation is all about. But I will say this. I wanted to have that conversation. That's why I went to the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, right? I went to the JTA to have that conversation. And they literally used and abused the fucking, hour and a half that I gave JTA to basically do the exact same like ADL press release on the first half and then barely put a couple quotes from that long hour and a half conversation I had at the tail end, burying the lead. So I do think it's productive. I do think it's good to have this kind of conversation because I do think that like these people are convincible, regardless of how inundated they are with like pro-Israel sentiment, regardless of how important Israel might have been in their development, in their social conditioning. I think everyone is salvageable. I think everyone can be convinced. Of course, I believe that, right? Sock them? Question mark. Why is he wearing a Democratic Socialist cap? What do you mean? I'm wearing a Philadelphia Democratic Socialist of America hat today because Philly DSA is out there door knocking, getting people out to vote. It's the midterms, baby. The midterms are upon us. Anyway,
the whole Gia Tolentino lemon issue,
Yeah, sure.
because it's very entertaining. And also, I might ask you, just because I saw that you've written about this, briefly about Lena Dunham and her reputation,
Sure.
Her sort of revival, her comeback. I read the book. Did you read?
Did
you read Fame Six? Oh, okay. So I won't.
all right. I don't know. Loser. Oh, that's not nice. I think you're a winner, Chatter. Some might say you're teetering on the verge of socialism, my guy. It continues in a bit.
For someone who shares many of the criticisms, and you're more of like Adam, kind of want to silence such people. But let's say your one is criticisms of Israel up for discussion. Obviously not all, but many of them. And I don't mean you personally, but just if one is, you would not want to silence such people. But let's say you're somebody who doesn't, and you're more in the kind of anti-Zionism, is anti-Semitism school, or the sort of like Adam Lewis Klein, the thing to fight, is anti.
Oh my God, really? You're, come on, Adam Lewis Klein? You're bringing up Adam fucking Lewis Klein? He is Adam Lewis Clown, okay? Ridiculous. That's the reply bot on Twitter that's always like, anti-Zionism is the real form of anti-Semitism. It's just like guys like that unironically contribute to that mass hysteria, that mass delusion, okay? It's unbelievably unproductive to listen to people like that, okay? You're just in a fucking hug box surrounded by normies that you will never be able to understand, because he's telling you all manner of anti-Zionist thought, all manner of criticism directed at the beautiful nation state of Israel is coming from a deeply anti-Semitic place. That's not helpful for you. Continues at 12, just check.
Zionism school or one of those schools, right? If you're someone like that, would they or should they change their principles just because they see that opinion polling is showing that theirs is a losing cause? Like, I guess I'm wondering, how would you convince somebody who doesn't think that, like, that somebody like Hasan Piker is fundamentally coming from the right place, but too much of a provocateur and saying some nasty things, but somebody who just genuinely thinks he's wrong,
right,
politically, like, how do they engage? You know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean. And I think it's a hard question because I think that his popularity around specifically this issue is a symptom, not the cause. Like, this is my personal feeling, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that it's the case that people are listening to Hasan Piker and therefore they're becoming more critical of Israel or they're becoming anti-Zionist. I think that if you look at, as you say,
I do think that that's happening, for the record. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but that definitely played a big role, for sure.
All of the polling, really in the last 2 years, particularly Democratic voters in the United States have shifted. They're now more sympathetic to Palestinians. They're more critical of Israel.
I guess she's right, though. Yeah, no, it is a broader systemic shift. No, I agree with that.
This is including, by the way, Democrats over the age of 50 who I think are not getting their views or their news from Piker.
No, they're right there with me on Poshmark looking at the
exactly
used clothing.
Or Ashley dresses.
Yeah.
And so I think that raises the question of, like, well, why is that? I'm just going to say, I think it's primarily their views are being driven by the conflict itself, right? By Israel itself. They're seeing that they also spent last summer reading about Israel not letting food into Gaza. And the people who have these views might say, well, it's more complicated than that. That's not fair. Okay, fine. But my point is that the reason that people are changing their minds is not Hasan Piker. And if you say he has to be persona non grata, I'm going to call any politician who appears with him or who talks to him or who uplifts him or who, whatever, an anti-Semite, I really think that all you're doing, I actually think that you're making your cause look worse because you can't even defend it. Like, you're not trying to engage on the merits anymore. You're not trying to say, no, here's why it's more complicated. Here's why it's wrong. You're not trying to go to your partners in Israel and say, hey, like, here's how this is playing in the United States and Canada and wherever else. You're just trying to shut down the discussion around it. And as Jay,
I missed most of the segment about how she's being so charitable. This is good. It's good because I think some